So once pain-free range of motion is being secured, the next phase of things is called an asymmetric hold. And that's essentially when you're starting to put a little bit of load or weight through there in the most safe manner. So an asymmetric hold is you have your foot or any kind of limb in a neutral position, and then you add some resistance, typically with your own hand, but it can be other things, but just start with and you build up to like more weight, and you just resist it. So it's an asymmetric hold. So I'm holding that like that. Now that will force the muscles to work, and because you're doing it nice and slowly yourself, if you hit a point where it starts to get sore, you can stop straight away, so you're not risking like re-tearing or re-injuring. But that will apply where, let's imagine that you've done a little bit of a mischief to a muscle and a tendon. So when it kind of starts to repair, it repairs like that. So by doing an asymmetric hold, you actually start to squeeze that tissue, forcing it to kind of like realign the different fibers, whether it's muscle or tendon or ligament, and also starting to stress it nice and slowly so that it lays down correct muscle fibers or tendon or tissue in the correct way. That's nice and aligned, so it starts to, basically knit back properly and reduce any scarring and everything like that. And it's a nice step. Once you can do an asymmetric hold without any pain, you're starting to get ready to move on to some actual like weighted exercises. So the different asymmetric holds, it doesn't matter if it's your ankle or your wrist or your neck. You want to do it in all of its ranges of motion. So for the ankle, we've got this direction, we've got that direction, we've got sideways, and we've got the other way. So making sure that even, let's say you've injured this side, you still want to make sure that you do all the other ones, because the ankle is quite a complicated joint. And so even to move in that direction, even if this is the uninjured side, these muscles through here still have to tense and work to allow that kind of joint to move in the correct manner. So making sure that you're not neglecting anything, because you might find that even though it's sore through here, this still is a nice, easy way that you can start to load that tissue without adding like any kind of dangerous levels of strength, that you're not risking any kind of re-injury. If it's a bad injury, something as simple as this might be the only thing that you can do, but if you can do something, the hope is that you can, over time, you can build on that and strengthen it, and then hopefully get this also to a point where you can start to load it. So it doesn't matter how small, and it doesn't matter if it's kind of doesn't feel like you're hitting the right spot. Just by moving the leg, you're going to start, helping all the other tissue get better.